What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Avi, and I heartily welcome you to the Caribbean and to my container garden here in Trinidad and Tobago. As always, you guys know I always try transplanting my plants in the evening, and this evening we're going to be tackling some herbs. So the first thing I want to get off of the seedling trays, these long leggy stuff here, are onions. I want to get these out. This one's a bunching onions. This is different. I have to find another container for those. But these are the bulbing onions, Texas Grande, or brown onions as we affectionately call them here in the tropics. I always try transplanting in the evening because my philosophy is that the nighttime hours they have at least 12 hours of nice cool weather so that they don't have to fight up with too much heat. So without further ado, let's get planting. Oh, some other things that I do want to plant. Let me just mention some of the herbs that I have in mind. I have some dill. I also have this Spanish thyme. Is like a tree thyme. Most people they are aware of the little running thyme, fine thyme. But there are also other thymes. That one is a Spanish one which grows like a tree and it flavors your food very wonderful. So sometimes the fine thyme it likes to dry away and the plants are a little challenging to upkeep. So I'm gonna try planting that and hopefully I can always have some type of thyme, to flavor my food when I am cooking. I'm wondering if to plant this onion now or if to give you guys this tour. I'm not gonna tease you guys any longer. I'm gonna give you the tour first and then I'll get back to planting this onion afterwards. This can always be done anytime in the night once the light is on. So instead of planting the onions, let me share the garden right now. Everything is recovering from the heat of the evening. So everything is looking okay for now. So let me share with you what's going on. So right about now, I'm right now at the cantaloupe. The cantaloupe now has developed some webbing on its rind. I've been smelling it and it's getting more and more scented. So I know the time to pick it is soon. But one thing I'd like to note is that I noticed that no other melons have developed fully, even though they were pollinated. You can see it hasn't withered. No other melon is developing on the vine. And I think if you're going to plant a melon in a pot, don't expect more than two or three melons. I don't think the vine can handle, even though I'm feeding the pot, I'm feeding the plant, and the vine is looking relatively okay. It's starting to wither back a little, but I don't think the vine, if it's in a pot, could give you more than one or two melons. So if you're doing container gardening and you're planting melons, don't expect to see more than one or two melons on a vine. That's just my observation. If you um say otherwise, let me know in the comment section down below. If you planted a melon, you got more than two melons in a pot, let me know what you did so that maybe the next time when I swap out this cantaloupe to plant another melon, because I want to keep succession planting melons in this pot, amending it, planting melons again. So this would be the melon corner. Let me know what you did to get optimum melon in a pot, because this is about a 10-gallon pot and we only got two melons and the vine is relatively healthy. Moving on. So now we come around to this toolkit that I converted into a planting pot. This These are the pumpkins and the butternut squashes. Look how beautifully guys, these leaves are ginormous. These are the biggest leaves I've gotten on butternut squashes. These vines look so healthy and I'm excited to see how they grow. And I've just have this cattle panel or construction wire just hanging here because I need some assistance putting it up for my husband. So I just have that dangling there. But it's starting to vine and I'm excited. So just very soon I would have an entire trellis filled with pumpkin vines because I plan to keep throwing compost in that pot throughout the season to keep those vines well fed and to see how they fruit. I trimmed back this pot here with my morning glory all the way back because it just was in the way. It was dangling all over the place. And I also placed a yellow Cosmo because I think the purple and the yellow will look so good together. And if you could just envision it with me, whew, almost fall. If you could just envision it with me, just all the way over, covered with the pumpkins, and that pop of color, purple and yellow right there would just be so perfect. Oh, can't wait. I can't wait. So from here, I have some tomato trees that I just pruned right back. This one has a bit of mealy bug on it. I'm just going to come up with some alcohol and wipe down the foliage and see how it does. It has a little bit of blossoms on it. This one is the yellow pear. It tasted so good. So that my plan is to allow that to grow. Definitely might have to get a bigger pot for it though. Allow that to grow and do its thing. This one too, I cut right back, the same yellow pear. It also has blossoms on it. And they're looking pretty good for now. And voila! Look at this suitcase. This is the suitcase garden, guys, and look at it. You can see all of the carrots are up. I might have to do a little thinning in this spot here, but relatively good control of the seeding, don't you think? Good control because it's a small carrot. The radishes. What was shocking about the radishes is that butterflies are laying eggs on this thing every morning. So like, look, right there, you seen it? Right there. Look, right here. Every day, butterflies are laying eggs on my radishes. Like, come on, guys. The radishes weren't there all the time. Go get something else to eat. Leave my radishes alone. So, yeah, every day I have to come out now and check for butterfly eggs on the radishes. I don't have any more tool to say that I can cover this. And quite frankly, if I do cover it, the little one will be more attracted to it. So I'm limping on two opinions here. I probably would. I just have to figure it out. Oh, and the beetroots, they're doing well as well. Everybody's doing really, really, really good. So pretty soon, this whole suitcase, if it continues to grow well, would be a nice suitcase of greens. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So in the previous video, I gave you guys a sneak peek of the bean tower. I showed you that I decapitated a bean in the middle there. I planted back beans and I'm seeing a bean getting ready to sprout right there. I don't know what's happening here yet, but we'll see. I have hopes that they would sprout. But the beans are doing great. The purple potted is very easy to identify by the purple stems. You can tell. And the bean that I noticed after a while, the bean that I decapitated was not a purple potted. That was the other bean. And that was the only one of that, which was even more sad. So this pepper here is, as I told you guys, I'm not worried about this. I'm just going to keep washing my plant as I go along with the soap and neem oil. And this is something I've been dealing with for 2 years now, and I don't know what it is. So I just gonna keep washing the plant. It doesn't affect the fruiting. It doesn't affect anything. It just affects the look of the plant, you know. But I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna keep taking care of the pepper plant. Keep washing off the plant when I think it's getting a little too overwhelming. and I'm going to keep it under control the best I can. I'm not seeing any aphids. I'm not seeing anything on it. It's just something is causing the leaves to curl and twist like that. Uh, Gardening, there's never a dull moment. So here is the zucchini. You guys see that? Do you see that in the corner there? Oh my goodness. It's a baby zucchini. And that flower looks like it's going to open tomorrow. And the good thing about it is that I'm going to have a male flower to pollinate that. Exciting things are happening. This tigress zucchini, if the flower opens, this tigress zucchini might very well be a winner here for us in the tropics, because I tried growing the Black Beauty zucchini and I had beautiful plants, but the flowers refused. When I tell you, the flowers, both male and female, refused to open, and I was at a loss as to why they won't open. So early in the morning, I'm going to be out here waiting to see if these two open, and if I have to hand pollinate them, I will, to ensure that I get that zucchini. And we'll see from there together. We'll just see together. So the two zucchinis here are doing really good, really, really, really good. And moving on along, these are the peppers that we recently planted about 6 days or so ago, not too long ago. These are the banana peppers. As you can see, like I told you, the peppers, they get this curly. I'm over it. Once I get banana peppers, I'll be happy. And this here is the jalapenos. I have some more pepper plants that I have that are they just burst out the seeds. So later down, I have to find me pots to put those in and to continue us growing our own peppers here at home. So in this box to my left, I have some pak choy, which I planted out last night actually. As I tell you, they're now getting their first true leaves, so I decided to plant them out now so that I will give them as little root disturbance, and who survive will stick around. So these are a variety called Tall Boy. I want to note that these seeds that I'm showing you guys, I specifically chose seeds that were bred to deal with the Caribbean, the tropics. So I got my seeds from Tropical Gold, and these seeds are all bred for us dealing with Caribbean temperatures. So this variety I bought from them. If you want to have a say in the video. Yeah, so this variety is called Tall Boy. So it's supposed to be a tall pat choy with long stems. We do love to have our pat choy salads. We mostly eat it, the pat choy or the, what do you guys call it? Yeah, pat choy or bok choy. Not bok choy, but it's pat choy, a Chinese cabbage type. We prefer it raw in our salads, and we don't buy pat choy to make salads because it tastes like soap. So we prefer to home grow it and make our salads because we know we don't really use anything on our leafy greens. This container, I have to get another contraption that I have for my lettuces, which I will show you now. They're doing really, really good too. So this is my lettuces here. Now I can identify who is who in this area. So most of these are the black seeded lettuce or whatever it was. These were seeds that my aunt gave me. I have to go back in the package she sent me and look at the name properly. I'll put it in the comments in the corner of the screen now. Yeah, so that's that lettuce, and I've noticed I only have one, that one right there, one mini romaine, or two mini romaine, so you can see the difference in the shape of the leaf. As well as you guys know that I planted some merlot, so the merlots are all there coming up. So when they get a little bigger and they start giving me the first or second true leaf, I will spread them out or get another container for them. And I would have now a container of green and a container of red. Wouldn't that be cute? Wouldn't that be lovely? They're absolutely gorgeous. So the garden's coming along better than I could ever hope for. So I was showing you the contraption, my protection from the butterflies for these lettuces. It's just a simple tool. I bent the construction wire left over from projects we were doing, and I just put simple tool, a light tool. Nothing gets through it, not even the white fly gets through that. And those lettuces are living a carefree life right now until I get in there. They won't be so carefree then. But yep, and I have my straggling little fine time in the corner there. Hopefully she catches back herself. That's from when she's looking like that because as I was away for some weeks, 2 months to be exact. Right, so now we're heading to the back. I'll try my best. I'm at my junk corner all here, guys. This is what I took off the roof when I was doing the chicken coop. I have to find something to do with that compost there. These are some flowers that I have in the corner here. Like I said, we want pops of color everywhere. So these are gumfrinas. And these, my babies, I only have two of these. I have no more seeds. These are the Mexican sunflower. It's the only daisy-like shaped flower that I've seen in the tropics that does well. It's an orange flower and it's super vibrant, super beautiful. I wanted to have a guava tree, so this is a local guava, nothing special. We love homemade juices and we love, well, I grew up making jams and juices and guava cheeses for my dad and my brothers because I have no sisters and they always loved it. And my kids, they love guava products too. So I want to be able to make stuff from fruits for them. So I'm hoping that that grows into a productive tree because it's just a local guava, a little tiny small guava. And I hope that something comes of it. So this is my lovely cucumber vines that I have here in the back. This is where the Christopine used to be. And you can see it is as tall as me right now. Tall as me. And it is doing really well. These are some of the biggest leaves I've ever had on a cucumber. And they're doing really, really, really well. Really, 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 really well. I have here a um strawberry. My daughter, she wants strawberry. I'm trying my hardest. I don't know what it is, but I'm still fighting for her to make sure that I get a patch of strawberry plants here for her. And I'm seeing that it's getting ready to do some running. And that's great. That's really, really great. And on this side, we have ginger. The flowers have all opened and they're going to start drying back pretty soon. Ginger is a test of patience. Believe me when I say it tests your patience to the max. But as you can see, the plant, it is starting to die back. It's starting to get more and more drying of the leaves, and it's going to dry completely back, and that will be the spiciest ginger. Whew, can't wait, can't wait. So on the side here, I don't know what this is, but I love the plant. Nothing attacks it. And we have a few coleuses that are coming back, my pop of color again. And I love that it is tall and short, so I can create some kind of topiary like um effect, like a cascading, like a color, like that kind of wave of color. Oh, looking forward to seeing how that does. And you guys know here in the corner here I planted some squash again. These are some butternut squash. This is what the size I usually see for a butternut squash. So these are planted out later than the one in the other container. So we'll wait and see how they do. And this is a pumpkin, the one I saw and got in Atlanta. Here is the Christophine. She is doing well as well. Putting on her growth. And as well as her sister doing well too, setting up her growth as well. So both of them are doing pretty good. Over on this side, I have a pawpaw tree. I'm not waiting. I'm seeing little buds up there. It's gonna start budding again. She's now up where she can get mostly more sunlight because this side is shaded. We're on the west side of the house. And this little vine here is what we call a barbadine, and it too is taking off and it's finally gotten onto the trellis here. And we're looking forward to barbadine too. Coming down, we have sugar cane. Now this sugar cane I had in a pot. It was so good, so delicious. This one is a yellow one, and it is super soft, super sweet. So there's like three canes here. Look, so it is growing. It's getting super tall, and I love the shape of it. Let me step back so you can appreciate the shape of it. It is just so dynamic. I just love the different shapes of leaves and the different things that we can eat in your garden. Have more coleuses here. I have this color as well as this one. Super beautiful. Some elephant ears. When the rainy season comes, these are going to get ginormous. Ginormous. Again, that's just for, shape, texture. This I saw someone discarded it on the road. I came home, washed it up with some soap. I don't know what's the name of it, but it's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Very, very colorful. Another coleus. This one is purple. Purple on the side with like a heart, like a heart shape. My fern. Yeah, so as I continue gardening, let me fix this brick. As I continue gardening, things are going to just get better and better, and continue using those compost, continue amending, continue doing what I need to um, keep everything looking beautiful. So this is my butterfly plant. She's gone to bed. When it's evening time, she closes up like this, and in the morning she opens back up. She's super beautiful. The hummingbirds and the bees love her. So I'm in the back. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to traverse around the car. So I had this while, I don't know what pumpkin this is. It was a volunteer. And I just said, let me leave it. And the female flowers kept coming off and drying back, and it never produced anything. So the gingers that I planted in the boxes has sprouted. One side has sprouted. I've not seen the other side, but one has sprouted. And on the other side, this one has sprouted really well as well. One sprouted. I'm seeing the ginger there getting ready to sprout some more, so I'll leave that there. It would sprout when it's ready. My pineapple patch, it's here. I'm just waiting to see if it's going to flower. Look at that. Focus. It's going to flower. It's going to get, oh, so good. I'm going to get pineapple soon, so that is really good. So the pineapple patch is going to be producing pretty soon. That is excellent news. And I can't get down there, but I'll zoom in. This is my plantain plants. There are two there, and these are the best I've ever gotten them to look. Look at the coloring of those leaves, and they are just in a drum, a half of a drum. And the trick the trick with those to get bananas or plantains to do well in a container like that is that it must have water constantly. When I say constantly, constantly, there's a leak there by the water tanks, and I just pushed that drum till it got under that leak, and that plant gets watered every day, all day, and they both love it. Their stems have pattern, and I'm more hopeful to get planting from there. So if you want to grow, oh, before I go further, if you want to grow plantain in containers, make sure that it well watered, like don't be afraid to overwater if you feel planting, and bananas really do love a lot of water. Mommy, I don't mean to doubt you, but I gotta ask these guys. What tree is this, guys? Does anybody have know what this plant is? My mom is insisting that it's a hibiscus. For all the hibiscus plants that I look at, I've not seen this shaped hibiscus. So if you have ever seen this shaped leaf and you know what this plant is, can you let me know in the comment section below, please? Thank you. Down here I have the Cuban oregano. This is a plant I never want to be without. Cuban oregano. And it's doing really well. My rosemary, on the other hand, isn't doing so great. But feeding him, feeding her, and we'll see what happens. So that's basically it, guys. More decorative plants. This is the flower plant I moved, the delicate one, but she has to bounce back. I transplanted her earlier. She has to bounce back. She will. Yes, finally, my beautiful gumfrinas and zinnias. I planted one large marigold, but it's a seedling. And this is the last remaining cucumber that I had. I had no way to put her, so I put her in this drum with the orange tree, and she seems to be happy as well. Climbing her way up the orange tree, I have no problem with that. Give me cucumbers, baby. Give me cucumbers. So this is my beautiful pot here of oranges, gumfrinas, and cucumbers. Her leaves too are pretty big. Pretty big. And I all top up in here with compost. I'm using it everywhere, guys. Now I thought I had a lot of compost and I won't need any more for the season. Well, I was wrong. I use all and I need more. So now I have to muster up the courage to go and turn that stuff in that drum. But I think I'll leave that sitting there for 2 weeks and I will tap into that later down when all that yuckiness kind of breaks down a little bit. And I'll just keep putting water in there to whatever moistens, whatever composes. So guys, that is the garden tour. It's a little later now, so I'm gonna put you guys down while I uh, plant the onions in the next half of the suitcase. What I've done, I've amended this with the remaining compost I had, and I also mulched it because it's off the floor. And if I don't, it will evaporate. It will lose water really quickly. So I'm mulching it to, control the moisture leaving the container. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. You got your tour. Let me know what you think about the garden and about the plants in the comment section down below. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Share it with your friends and your family. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button where I share what I am doing here in my little small green dot here in Trinidad and Tobago, encouraging everyone that they too can grow wherever they are. Containers, in ground, you can do it. If I could do it, you could do it. Bye, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.